Alright, my Frenchies. I hope you can hear me. I hope that you can hear me. Okay. Okay, sehr gut. Da ist Johann schon mal drinnen. Aber wie mache ich das, dass ich die Kommentare irgendwo hier drauf machen kann, während ich live bin? Ja, ich will die Kommentare sehen, Bro, sonst ich muss von meinem anderen Handy schauen. Warte, Nico, das ist so laut. Das ist so laut. Nico. Sonst hört man mich zu laut hier, Bruder. Viel zu laut.
Now you can add chat into your OBS. Go to Docs at top, click on Custom Browse. Go to Docs,
Diese Docs,
top, click on Custom.
Custom. Ja, wozu heile ich jetzt Custom? Aber das geht auch auf YouTube, Johann.
Top, click on
Ah, hier.
Custom Browser Docs. Name it how you want. And paste here the URL of your stream chat. For the chat, head to your dashboard, click on three dots at the top of your chat, pop out chat, and copy the URL. Then
Ja, warte, was?
URL of your stream chat. For the chat, head to your dashboard, click on three dots at the top of your chat, pop out chat, and copy the URL. Then paste it back in the OBS, log in, and place your chat wherever you want it to be. To turn it off, head back to docs at the top and uncheck.
Warte. Ich versuche jetzt mal so zu machen, dass ich den Link schicke, damit ich dann vielleicht so mache. Okay, okay, aber dann,
Check your chat. For the chat, head to your dashboard, click on three dots at the top of your chat, pop out chat, and copy the URL. Then
irgendwie was? Warte mal, kann ich selber meinen Live sehen? Das wäre gut, wenn ich jetzt mein Live sehen könnte. Kann ich selber mein Live sehen? Okay, ich sehe mein Live, aber ich sehe nicht den Chat. Warum sehe ich den Chat nicht? Okay, ich sehe mein Live, aber ich sehe nicht den Chat. Okay, hier. Bruder, warte mal. Ah, jetzt kann ich so vielleicht den Chat sehen, oder? Aber dann könnte er nicht den ganzen Bildschirm sehen. Siehst du, was ich meine? Oder vielleicht tue ich sowas. Wenn ich hier aber wegdrücke, kann ich nicht mehr sehen. Oh mein Gott, Bruder. Es wird aber nicht, sonst das geht weg, wenn ich auf ein andere Bildschirm drücke.
How's it going, everyone? John here. Welcome to another OBS. To be able to bring in your want to do is go over to YouTube and you're going to want to open up one of your streams and got one of your streams. You're going to do Control C to copy, and then we're going to go back to OBS. And what we're going to want to do is set up a custom doc, which I already have set up. But what you're going to want to do is go up to View, Docs, Custom Browser Docs. And as you can see, I already have one set up. So you're just going to give it a name. And then you're going to Control V to paste it. You're going to take this link up here in the browser.
Warte mal.
You're going to go to Pop Out Chat. What you're going to want to do is click on the three dots. You're going to go to Pop Out Chat.
Warte, ich gehe jetzt hier. Bro, mein Handy geht leer, Bro. Ich muss den laden und aber der ist zu kurz wegen Ladekabel. Bro, mein Handy geht. Ich glaube, dieses Link muss ich kopieren. Dann in OBS. So, dann hier. So, übernehmen. Hier ist schon mal der Chat. Warum ist der jetzt weg auf einmal? Junge, was? Zum Chatten anmelden. Junge, hä? Passwort eingeben. Äh, Digga, wie lange noch? Es reicht doch. Auf was es reicht. Okay, guys. Ja, ich glaube, ich habe jetzt den Chat. So, jetzt habe ich den Chat. Ja, hä, aber nicht hier. Warum ist der Chat nicht hier, Bro? Oder vielleicht brauche ich einfach irgendwie. Ich mein Chat ist ja hier, aber ich glaube, ich brauche einfach nur, wo habe ich denn live jetzt gemacht? Fuck, 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 fuck. Ich brauche Chat wegmachen von da. Mache ich. What the fuck, Bruder? Äh, wow, warte. Wie mache ich den wieder weg? Hier. Okay, ist wieder gut. Ja, egal, Chess auf dem Ding. So, ich mach mein Handy einfach hier laden lassen. Bei dem Ding rein. Dann durch mein Handy so einfach. Ja, okay. Ja, wir machen auch den Bingo, stimmt. Oder Video. Könnt ihr mir was sagen, ob ihr noch was hört? Hört ihr überhaupt was an Ding? Warte. Hört ihr was an Ding? Hä, man hört den Bildschirm nicht. What the fuck? Ah, man. Warum hört man nicht? Warte, chill. Ja, wie fang mal an? Bist du blöd? Bist du Lust oder so? Du kannst nicht mal hören am Ding. So, warum kann man nicht hören? Behindertes Yassin. Ja, was mach jetzt? Ich mach dich gleich, du Bastard. Checkst du's nicht, dass du nicht hören kannst? Hier, den kannst du nicht hören. Dummer Bastardwichser. So, so, Digga. Umbenennen. Ja, dein Vater hat gemacht. Digga, what the fuck, bro? Warte, ich glaub hier. Kann sein. Nee. Oder? Oh, was? Warum hört man nicht? Ich glaub hier. Streaming. Nee, so höre ich nichts. Mikrofon. Höre ich auch nichts. Jetzt kann ich hören. Ja, was Sound für Bildschirm? Wie Bildschirmübertragung. Rumklang. Da. Ja, was Soundboard? Hä? Man hört einfach nicht. Ey, das ist komisch, Digga. The Desktop. Was? Diese, glaube ich.
Scary videos. But before we begin,
Jetzt habe ich das, jetzt habe ich das. Gut.
make sure to subscribe to our channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin.
Aber ich bring mir Wasser. Ja, was chill, Bro? Soll ich dich ficken lassen? Na, Spaß. Ne, ich hab nichts gesagt, YouTube. Ich hol mir kurz was zum Trinken, Digga. Ich kann nicht mehr. Bin gleich da. Ja, ich geh Bingo auch noch. Mach ich gleich. Oh, ja, chill drauf. Bisschen, Bro. Chill halt. Guys, I am back. I told you I'm gonna be back. And I kept my permission. So, jetzt, wir sind zurück, Leute. Reverse 6-7. Auf Ernst. Okay. 3, 2, warte, Bingo, 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 Bingo. Ähm, wo war das nochmal? Okay. Okay. Und wenn ihr euch was merkt von dieser Bingo, dann, wenn ihr was euch merkt, was ich mir nicht merke in dem Video, was hier auf dem Bingo steht, dann sag's mir einfach in den Kommentaren, dann mache ich hier ein X. Ja. 3, 2, 1, los.
The first video we'll be looking at comes from a TikTok account known as US4 for Life. The
In
uploader
TikTok.
explained she was home alone when she discovered something very strange inside her attic. At the start of the video, she shows just how small and cramped the attic space is. While looking around, she points out something that's already unsettling on its own: a small toy car sitting on top of a dresser. She claims she originally found it inside a hollow space in the wall, which immediately raises a few questions. As odd as that is, things take a far more disturbing turn at around the 1 minute mark.
Back here, in this hole. I covered it back up because it's a little scary, but it's full of things.
Habt ihr's gesehen?
What? What was that?
Schaut hier, schaut hier. Wow, was?
What? What was that?
Ich werde um 14:40 geil.
Out of nowhere, a head suddenly pops up from inside the hollow wall. It's only visible for a second or two, but it's long enough to notice. Almost immediately after, the uploader seems to realize something's wrong as well, quietly asking, "What was that?" before the video cuts off. In a follow-up clip posted later on, she shows there are no other openings or holes in the ceiling anywhere in the house, aside from the single access point leading up to the attic. Seeing a human head appear from inside a wall is unsettling on a level that's hard to describe.
Warte,
Some
was?
believe this could be someone secretly hiding inside the structure of the house, possibly watching from the attic space. The idea someone could be lurking just out of sight is terrifying all on its own. Others wonder if the moment was staged for shock value. Still, even considering that possibility, the timing and setting make it deeply uncomfortable to watch. Either way, realizing someone or something might be hiding inside your walls is enough to ruin any sense of safety. I don't think I'd be getting much sleep in that house after seeing this. This next story comes from the Paranormal Encounters subreddit and includes a surprising amount of context, which makes
Paranormal.
what happens here even more unsettling. The uploader explains he used to work at a party store where there had long been rumors of ghostly activity. He says he'd experienced
Warte, zählt das als Ghost? Weil da stand Ghost. Wir haben hier Ghost irgendwo. Wo haben wir Ghost? Revenge. Ghost haben wir. Zählt das als Ghost? Jackbug auf Ernst. Was denkst du, Yasin? Zählt das als Ghost?
experienced a few strange things himself over the years, but was never able to prove any of it until one particular morning shift. On this day, he and another employee came in early to handle some pre-orders. While getting settled at his computer,
Ja, das hört bei Ghost. Er hat Ghost gesagt. Okay, wir haben den ersten Link bei dem Bingo.
he noticed a blue balloon sitting under his desk. He
Oha.
thought it was strange, but didn't dwell on it too much,
Oha.
assuming the closing manager might have left it behind. He picked it up, tossed it into the hallway, and went back to work. About 15 minutes later, the other employee approached him and casually mentioned she'd popped a balloon. At first, he brushed it off, saying balloons pop all the time and it wasn't a big deal. That's when she told him it popped because it was following her in the break room. The uploader immediately asked if the balloon was blue, and she confirmed it was. Now fully unsettled, he decided to check the security footage from earlier that
Stell
morning.
dir vor,
What he saw
der
made his
Ballon
stomach
ist
drop.
rot.
On camera, the blue balloon can be seen traveling from the front of the store all the
Oha.
way into his office within just a few minutes. To do so, it would have had to make several sharp turns, eventually ending up under his desk. And after being thrown into the hallway, it somehow appears to follow the other employee shortly before popping.
Das ist bei Ghost, ich sag's dir. Comeback mit Sweetie Fox. Was redest du da?
What the?
Seeing a balloon move with what looks like intention is deeply unsettling, especially in a closed indoor space. Some believe this could be a playful but eerie spirit interacting with the environment, choosing an object no one would expect. Others suggest there could be a more ordinary explanation, like air currents or ventilation, pushing the balloon along in just the right way. Still, the timing and path it takes make it difficult to fully explain. Either way, this is the kind of footage that gives balloons a whole new reputation, and it's not exactly a comforting one.
Let's scale ourselves.
This next clip comes from a TikTok user named MamaLady6. She explained she was enjoying a quiet walk down the road in the mountains near Lewiston, California, on her way to a Christmas event. When she
Zählt das bei Forest? Bei Wald? Weil das schaut aus wie so ein Wald.
noticed something she says looked like it came straight out of a horror movie. As she continues walking, she pans her camera toward a nearby house, and it becomes immediately clear why she was so disturbed.
Look at this.
Das sieht aus wie so ein Wald. Sollen wir das bei Wald machen?
What the?
It's a little bit freaky.
I thought it was a person for a second.
Okay.
Oh,
Don't
warte, wir haben Wald und wir haben Puppe. Wir haben Wald und Puppe. Wald und Puppe. Schau. Puppe und Wald. Also Forest. Und dann... Wo ist Doll? Hatten wir kein Doll? Oder Cast Item halt. Ah, hier ist Doll, bin ich blind. Ja, wir hatten
go in that
beide.
house 'cause you're gonna die.
Sitting on a chair on the front porch is a tall, unsettling-looking doll, positioned in a
Er
way
hat sogar
that almost
gesagt gerade
feels
Doll.
intentional. It's not
Er hat
moving,
gerade gesagt Doll,
and
wie keine
nothing
Puppe.
paranormal happens in the video, but the sight
Ich
alone
meine,
is
könnte
enough to
sein
make
irgend so
most
ein
people uneasy.
Spirit oder sowas.
There's just something deeply uncomfortable about stumbling across a figure like this in such a quiet, isolated setting.
Ja, weiß nicht.
Whether it's meant as decoration, a prank, or just someone's strange sense of humor, it's the kind
Ich
of thing
hoffe,
that instantly
decoration.
makes you want to keep your distance.
Als Deko.
This next clip comes from the Reddit user Neptune11, who shared a video to the Alien subreddit showing what many believe could be a UFO sighting over the skies of Edinburgh. The footage
Wir haben keine UFO. Also Aliens haben wir nicht gemacht bei Bingo, aber egal.
doesn't waste any time. Right from the start, it's clear there's something unusual hanging in the sky, and as the video continues, it only becomes more intriguing.
What the hell, bro? Ey, ist das irgendwie so Cursed Item? Oder sowas? Weil, nee, ich glaube nicht. Das ist nicht Cursed, das ist halt Alien.
The object appears as a glowing orb-like light, flickering through several different colors as it slowly rotates in place. The entire sighting lasts for around 25 seconds, giving viewers plenty of time to study its movement. Many people in the comments were impressed by the footage, with some asking where exactly in Edinburgh it was filmed. Others pointed out the video may be close to 20 years old, which only adds another layer of mystery. With very little information available, some believe this could be a genuine unidentified object, especially given the way it changes color and seems to move with intention rather than drifting randomly. Others think it could be a hoax or man-made light source captured in a way that makes it appear more unusual than it really is. Without additional context, it's hard to say for sure. Still, seeing something like this glowing silently in the night sky is enough to make anyone stop and stare. So what do you think? A legitimate UFO sighting or something more explainable? Let me know your thoughts. Over on TikTok, a user known as RWB Auctions shared a piece of security camera footage filmed inside an antique house at around 2 o'clock in the morning.
Antique
The building is
House?
close to the public
Das bedeutet Lost Place. Oder?
at this hour,
Ich weiß
meaning
nicht.
no one should be inside. And right from the very start of the footage,
Wobei eine Antique House ist eher sowas wie Museum.
something feels off.
Die Lichter auch. Das bewegt sich von alleine, Digga. Die Lichter tanzen. Ey, dieser Stuhl. Warte.
The clip immediately shows an old and
Keiner von denen, die
antique
jetzt.
pram
Hier.
already rolling across the floor on its own. At the exact same time, a light in the hallway outside can be seen flickering on and off. The uploader mentions the footage left everyone working in the sales room completely shaken, and it's easy to see why. Watching a pram move by itself in an empty building, especially one filled with old and historic items, taps into a very specific kind of unease.
Na, das ist nicht Curse-Objekt, weil, schau, das ist in so ein Antique House. Und Antique House bildet ja diese Items, die es früher so 1900 irgendwas gab, diese teure, richtig teure Sachen, die so ein Haus drinnen sind. Aber wäre das zum Beispiel ein Objekt wie so eine Puppe, so Cursed Objekt, dann wäre das ja bei Cursed Objekt, weil dann die Puppe irgendwie so, checkst du?
Some believe this could be a spirit interacting with the environment, possibly drawn to the antique pram itself. Others think there may be a bit more ordinary explanation, like vibrations or an electrical issue, causing both the movement and the flickering light. Still, the way both happen together makes it difficult to brush off. Either way, if I worked there, I'd probably think twice about coming back after hours. Hopefully, whatever caused this didn't stick around, because an antique house moving on its own isn't exactly a comforting place to be.
Okay, Nummer 6.
A TikTok user named Charles Bell shared a video in May of 2025 showing what starts out as a completely ordinary day of tidying up her home, before taking a very unsettling turn. Charles explained she was busy cleaning when she noticed something strange happening near the bottom left corner of her rug. At the time, she believed she was home alone, but after a few seconds, it became clear something wasn't quite right.
Dieses Ding hat sich bewegt einfach. Schau hier. Diese Kabel. Oh my god, Bro. Okay, das könnte auch bei Ghost gehen, aber Ghost haben wir schon.
Out of nowhere, the corner of the rug
Digga, bei mir bewegen sich selber Dinge, glaube ich.
suddenly lifts up in a quick, sharp motion. There's nothing nearby touching it, and Charles can only stand there in shock, clearly trying to process what she
Oh shit,
saw.
what the fuck?
Seeing something move so abruptly without any obvious cause is enough to make anyone freeze. Some believe this could be a spirit interacting with its surroundings, possibly trying to get her attention while she was cleaning. Others think there might be a more mundane explanation, like something just out of frame causing the movement. Still, the suddenness of it makes the movement hard to ignore. Whether it was something paranormal or not, having your carpet snap upward while you're home alone is the kind of thing that would make anyone stop what they're doing and question what's going on in their house. This next case comes from the Reddit user Wreckfulness, who shared footage to the UFO subreddit showing something unexpected
Schon
captured
wieder
during
UFO.
a live stream. The video was recorded on January 14th, 2026 at around 9:46 p.m. while the uploader was streaming to his audience and driving down a road in Pflugerville, Texas. Everything seems normal at first, just a quiet night drive, when suddenly something appears in the sky directly ahead of him.
What the absolute f am I looking at right now? What the hell? Holy sh!
Oh damn, hier.
No, dude. What is that, chat?
Let me go to your stream.
What the f? Oh my god, I think it's the end. I think it's the end. I've never seen that in my life. Oh my god. What, bro, what the f is that?
Oh my gosh.
What? I don't know. They're too far apart to be planes.
They're not a tower?
No. Oh my god. One of the lights is disappearing. The light is disappearing.
What the hell? What the hell?
What the hell? What?
Oh,
Oh, it's gone. The light's gone. It's gone. It just went away. They're separating.
What?
Bro, what the hell? Call the news.
Call the FBI.
I think I'm the only person seeing this right now. There's no way. Look at that. What is going on?
A group of bright lights can be seen hovering in the distance, immediately catching the uploader's attention. You can hear the confusion in his voice as he tries to make sense of what he's seeing in real time. What makes this case even more intriguing is the additional footage pulled from later parts of the same stream. In parts 2, especially since the footage was captured live and the light. Let me know your theories. This next clip comes from a TikTok user known as Beware of Henny, who shared a strange experience
ist das
back
für ein
in January
Profilbild,
of 2026. In the video, Henny is simply filming a mirror selfie in her bathroom, posing casually for the camera. Everything seems normal, until something catches her attention out of the corner of her eye. She turns her head and pans the camera toward the window, and that's when things take a strange turn.
What? A ghost? Oh, damn. Damn, ja. Ich muss kurz das Fenster zumachen, Digga. Mir wird langsam kalt hier.
What?
As you can see, the bathroom window appears to be opening on its own, while Henny stands there in complete shock, clearly unsure of how to react. What makes this even more unsettling is the fact that she later uploaded a second video,
Marlboro.
filmed on a completely different day. In that clip, the exact same thing happens again. The window opens by itself without any visible cause.
Okay, vielleicht ist es auch defekt irgendwie.
And the fact it happened more than once only makes it harder to ignore. This next clip comes from a Reddit user named Jacob Abraham, who shared his experience on the Bigfoot subreddit after a
Bigfoot.
strange encounter on a trail. Jacob explains he was walking along the trail when he noticed something in the distance he initially assumed was a bear. Wanting to be cautious, he pulled out his phone and started recording. But as he watched the figure move, he began to second guess what he was looking at. It didn't quite behave like any animal he was familiar with.
Hey, wo?
Later on, Jacob showed the footage to one of his friends and asked what he thought it could be. The response caught him completely off guard.
Ah, da hinten.
According to his friend, the figure in the video might actually be Bigfoot, and after watching the clip, it's easy to see why the idea came up. The shape, posture, and way it moves don't line up perfectly with the typical bear sighting. Some viewers do believe this could be a genuine Bigfoot encounter, especially since Jacob didn't immediately
sein,
jump
dass
to
es Bigfoot
conclusions
ist.
and seemed
Bigfoot,
honestly
meine ich.
unsure of what he was seeing.
Bigfoot, sag ich, Digga.
Others think it may have been a
Small
bear
foot.
briefly standing upright, a person hiking in the distance, or even a staged hoax with someone wearing a costume. Without clearer
Kann
footage
sein.
or signs of mistaken identity.
Schon wieder Puppe.
A TikTok user known as Tessa Secret Zero shared a video in January of 2026 showing something deeply unsettling involving a doll. So if you happen to have a doll collection at home, you might want to brace yourself. The footage itself dates back to 2017 and shows the uploader's sister sitting down and casually playing with an American Girl doll, even putting makeup on it. Everything seems harmless at
Bigfoot.
first, until the moment things suddenly change.
right now, but yeah, I didn't go in with any eyeshadow because I didn't want.
Oh my god, Gänsehaut.
Without any warning, the doll's head turns on its own. The movement is subtle but clear, and it's enough to completely catch the girl off
But
guard,
damn, schau dir
leaving
das
her
an.
confused and visibly shaken. Moments like this are why dolls have such a long history of being linked to
Digga.
paranormal stories. Some viewers believe this could be a case
Das
of
ist
a possessed
Gänsehaut,
object
Bruder.
briefly moving on its own,
Schau, wie das sich selber
especially since the
bewegt.
motion appears deliberate rather than accidental. Others think there could be a more ordinary explanation, such as a thin string or mechanism just out of view, causing the head to turn. Still, without seeing anything connected to it, the movement feels unsettling regardless. Whatever caused it, watching a doll move on its own is the kind of thing that sticks with you, and this clip is definitely enough to make anyone think twice before leaving one sitting in the room. This final video comes from a TikTok user known as EmuleWBT9CW, who shared footage recorded on her home security camera in the middle of the night. In the video, she is recording her screen as the security footage plays back. At first, she mentions she thought there might be coyotes wandering around her property. But as the footage continues, she quickly realizes whatever's outside doesn't look like coyotes at all.
What is that?
Oh,
It's probably that coyote.
Right there. What the
what
heck?
the... Ey, das ist Skinwalker, Bro. Oder?
No.
Das ist definitely Skinwalker.
That's not a coyote.
Was für Cursed Object, Bro. Johann, Cursed Object bedeutet, das ist sowas wie eine Puppe, die sich hat bewegt. Oder so ein, keine Ahnung, so ein Alien Object zum Beispiel. So ein Ding, denn wenn du, so ein Stein, den du, wenn du zum Beispiel an einer Uhr so, wie heißt es, richtig nah machst, dann hört die Uhr auf. Oder wenn du das in Wasser reinmachst, dann fängt das Wasser an zu kochen oder sowas. Das ist Cursed Object oder sowas. Ja, aber wir haben schon... Oh, stimmt, die Puppe, da hast du recht, Ja, Cursed Item. Du hast recht, Johann, sorry. My bad.
Where's the dog? You better go now.
Okay, das da ist Skinwalker, ich sag dir. Sollen wir das bei Skinwalker machen?
There's
Ich
the
sag schon.
dog. Why is she in her freaking pen? What the?
Okay, na, das ist Skinwalker, 100%. Skinwalker, my friend. Skinwalker.
Oh my god. Okay, so it came back.
Das
Throughout
ist
the video, a
definitely
strange,
Skinwalker.
pale, humanoid-looking figure can be seen moving around the property. It walks unnaturally, entirely. Seeing something like this you want to wake up to on your security system.
Okay, wir schauen uns auf jeden Fall noch mehrere Videos an, vielleicht. Weil ich will wenigstens ein Bingo machen. Don't watch alone. Horror short film. Scariest video captured. Okay, lass uns mal das anschauen. Aber ich mach erstmal mein Fenster zu, weil langsam wird es kalt. Okay, Jungs, und dann machen wir weiter. What the fuck?
The following CCTV footage was recorded late at night in 2022.
Ich habe schon Skinwalker gemacht. Hier.
During a time when the area should have been completely dead silent. No people, no activity, nothing moving near the property at all. But for a brief moment, the camera appears to capture something that should not have been there. Something dark, fast, and difficult to explain.
Where,
Watch
bro?
closely.
Where do you see? I don't see nothing, bro. I don't see nothing. Bro, where do you see?
Near the gate on the right side of the screen, a shadowy form suddenly slips into view, then vanishes almost instantly,
Oh,
as if it was never there to
there.
begin with.
Probably a
Some
glitch.
viewers believe it could be a simple camera malfunction,
Yeah.
the kind of visual distortion security systems sometimes produce in darkness. And yes, insects near the lens, shifting light, or digital interference can create strange effects. But others think this clip feels far more disturbing than an ordinary glitch. In paranormal folklore, there are countless stories about black, human-like figures that appear only for a split second, lingering at the edge of sight before disappearing without a trace. Some believe they are wandering spirits. Others say they are something even darker, entities that move through places unnoticed until a camera catches them at exactly the wrong moment. Of course, there's no way to prove that from one short clip alone. But when something appears out of the darkness, moves with purpose, and then melts away as if it was never part of this world, it leaves behind an unsettling question. Was this only a shadow? Or did that camera catch something truly paranormal passing through the night? Kaulan Kirby for Stansiotis, Norfrisano Round Ricassachies Anaris. This creepy clip was reportedly recorded somewhere in
Jin?
Indonesia by a woman who had gone to
Or the
check on her
Pokong?
new apartment late at night. From the moment she arrived, something already felt wrong. The entire place was without power, completely dark, silent, and unnaturally still. Most people would have turned around right there. But after traveling a long distance to get there, she decides not to waste the trip and steps inside anyway. And what she ends up capturing is the kind of footage that would make anyone regret walking through that door.
يا بنات لا تناموا بطونكم فاضية، أنا صحيت جوعانة وأحس بطني راح يلصق بظهري من الجوع.
What the fuck, bro? Run the fuck up. Digga, ich krieg Gänsehaut.
As her camera moves through the dark,
What the fuck is this? Mein ganzer Körper wurde kalt auf einmal. Mein ganzer Körper wurde kalt auf einmal. What the fuck is this? Friend. Wäre ich da für 1 Sekund, ich hätte Panikattacke gekriegt.
several figures can suddenly be seen gathered around a table in the kitchen. What looks
Schau,
like
wie
a
die
woman
aussehen.
and a group of
Vor allem
children
die
standing
Kinder.
unnaturally still. Then, almost at once, they turn toward her.
Auf
Their eyes
Fans,
appear to
jeder
glow
auf einmal
in the
hat sie
dark,
angeschaut.
fixed directly on
Schau dir diese... What the fuck?
her from across the room.
Bruh, Gänsehaut.
The moment is so sudden and so deeply unnatural that she immediately screams and runs in terror. Whether this was some kind of elaborate
Na,
setup,
das kann nicht AI sein, Bruder, weil... Schau dir
a
das
trick of
an,
the
Bro.
light,
Vor allem in Indonesien, da sind richtig viele Sachen, die dort passieren.
or something
Glaub mir.
genuinely sinister waiting inside that apartment. The footage is disturbing enough to leave one terrifying question behind.
Das kann nicht AI sein, Bro.
If
Das
no one was
ist...
supposed to be living there, then who or what was waiting for her in the dark? Kyle makes his way down to the basement early in the morning,
Opa, Kyle.
and this time, whatever he hears is nothing like the strange activity he had dealt with before. In the past, it was subtle. The sound of children giggling, light footsteps, the eerie sense of something small moving around below. But on this morning, the energy feels completely different. The noise is loud, violent, and impossible to ignore.
Footsteps all freaking night. Who's knocking on my basement door?
Hört ihr dieses Kindergeräusche? Wow. Hey, wow. Ey, wow. Ja, was meinst du, die rennt aber kommt nicht nach vorne?
Kyle opens the door and finds no one there. At first, he reaches for the most rational explanation. Maybe someone heard him coming and slipped away. Maybe it was some kind of prank. Maybe there's
Ja, Prank kann das nicht sein, dass du klopfst, dass jemand bei dir klopft und genau wo du die Tür aufmachst, da ist niemand. Das kann kein Prank sein, Bruder. Das ist irgendein Geist oder sowas. Du kannst nicht in eine Millisekunde so verschwinden. Jean, was haben wir noch? Lost Place. Okay, meinst du, ich soll wieder schauen?
directly on her from across the room. The moment is so sudden and so deeply unnatural that she immediately screams and runs in terror. Whether this was some kind of elaborate setup, a trick of the light, or something genuinely
Ah, ja, Johann, ich glaube, der Video wurde dann reversed. Also erstmal geslowed und dann reversed, weil schau dir das an.
sinister
Wie die
waiting
rennt.
setup,
Schau.
immediately screams and
Die dreht
runs
sich
in terror.
wird
Whether
geslowed
this was some kind of elaborate setup,
und dann
a
wird
trick of the
reversed.
light, or something genuinely
Kann sein, dass es geslowed und reversed wurde.
that seems to be escalating, with no clear explanation in sight. Late one night, a woman named Tammy was pulling into her driveway, expecting
Ich glaube, das habe ich schon auf TikTok gesehen. Das Video hier.
nothing more than a quiet return home. But the moment she stepped out of her car, something across the road
Oh
caught
ja,
her
ja.
attention.
Und da auf der anderen Seite von den Dings, von der Straße, ist irgend so ein, sieht aus wie so ein Fahrrad, aber ist kein Fahrrad, weil das bewegt sich irgendwie so richtig komisch mit so einem Licht.
Something that immediately felt wrong. She couldn't explain it.
Boah, wenn diese bei mir zu Hause ist, Digga, na, ich ruf Jesus, er soll hier kommen, er soll sie rausschicken.
Whatever she was looking at didn't belong there. Thankfully, the entire encounter was captured on her CCTV camera. Take a look.
Schau, Bruder. Das kann alles, aber kein Fahrrad sein. Habt ihr gesehen, wie komisch das sich bewegt? Imagine das ist Lighthead. Schau, seht ihr? Erstmal unten, sie sagt Hello, also die Frau, weil die dachte, irgendjemand fährt. Und dann schau, plötzlich unten. Sieht aus wie ein Hund mit einem Licht, aber dann, er geht wieder nach oben. Oh, da ist irgendwie der Hund so aufgestanden oder so. Ich weiß nicht, was ich sagen soll. Vielleicht auch Skinwalker, kann sein. Weil schau, das ist jetzt... What the... Ey, das ist Skinwalker, das ist Skinwalker. Aber wir haben Skinwalker schon. Schau dir das an. Der war davor Hund. Das ist jetzt Mensch. Und dann schau dir das an jetzt. The fuck, bro? Nur Skinwalker geht so, nur Skinwalker krabbelt.
Strange glow might be some
Wow, Bruder.
naturally on all scanning the area distorts and down onto all fours and disappears out of frame. Tammy
Auf
says she has
Ernst?
no idea what she witnessed that night, but whatever it was, it didn't move like a person. It didn't behave like anything she recognized. And seeing something like that, alone in the darkness,
Wow.
is enough to leave anyone shaken. Late one night, two girls were home alone, spending what looked like an ordinary sleepover together. It's unclear whose house they were staying in, but judging by what was captured that night, it's probably not a place either of them would want to sleep in again. At the time, it seemed harmless. Just two kids staying up late, talking, laughing, and recording on a phone. But somewhere in the background of that innocent moment, something deeply unsettling appears.
Who are you? Walking really funny.
The girl behind the camera is known as
What?
Kay Marie, and according to her, this footage was recorded years ago when she was still in grade school. A lot of time has passed since then, but she says she still hasn't forgotten what happened that night. In her own words, she and her cousin were just messing around when they accidentally captured something strange. And once you see it, it's easy to understand why the memory never left her. Watch closely.
Okay.
Hä?
Okay, start over. Hello from the other side. Walking really funny.
Where, bro? Where?
That one, ready? Go.
At the window?
Go over there and then go like. Dude, what the heck, man? Who are you? Hello? What was that? Did you guys see that?
Brother, where? What are you
I
recording?
got that on camera. Bye.
It happens fast, so fast that you could miss it if you blink. A pale, translucent-looking figure suddenly passes by,
Oh,
almost like a thin wisp of smoke taking shape for only a second. Kay
damn.
Marie instantly reacts, clearly aware that she saw something,
Warte, was kann das sein? Ich glaube nichts bei uns. Na,
but unable to understand what it was. Then, just out of her head,
Hello?
that it's almost impossible to make out any clear shape. It doesn't move like a person. It doesn't drift like dust. It just shoots across the room with an eerie, weightless motion that feels ready is. Later on,
What you got?
quietly saying, "Come here." It's barely audible,
Huh?
but once noticed, it becomes difficult to ignore. Somewhere just out of frame. She didn't hear it in the moment. And yet only seconds later, she repeats those exact same words herself, as if responding to something she wasn't even consciously aware of.
Come on.
where?
Come here.
No one knows where that voice came from, or why she echoed it back. Later, while filming in the living room, Kay is even more
Damn.
Walking really funny.
unscreen, a reflection no one should have been. And that's what makes
That's
this part so
crazy,
disturbing.
dog.
Kay Marie is sitting down at the time, and her cousin is in another room. If no one else was there, then whose movement is reflected on that screen? And why does the reflection show that figure, but not the flash from her phone or the light from the room behind?
Hey, vielleicht ist es doch das andere Mädchen, die dann von hinten wieder vorne gegangen ist. Kann auch sein.
Kay Marie herself pointed out that the screen did not reflect the camera light the way it should have. In other words, whatever appeared there didn't seem to behave like an ordinary reflection at all. To
Digga,
this
stell dir
day,
das an.
she still shares the footage hoping someone can explain what happened that night. But
No
so far, no one has been
explanation.
able to give her an answer. And maybe that's the most unsettling part. In Mexico, known as Jack M203, lives alone in a small house in Mexico.
Okay.
And for weeks, something has been disturbing the silence outside his home at night. Again and again, he hears strange noises coming from the backyard, sounds unsettling enough to pull him outside to investigate. But every time he checks, there's nothing more.
Fuck, Brother. Ich hab vergessen, ein Video zu machen. Ja, zu spät, ja. Wir machen morgen ein Video, machen wir ein Live.
No person, no animal, no clear source. Hoping to finally catch whatever has been lurking beyond the house after dark, Jack installs a security camera facing the backyard. Then, one night, the camera detects motion.
What? What the fuck is this? Ey, sieht das nicht nach einem Gesicht aus? What the fuck, Brother? Gänsehaut. Raw, Brother.
Just above the clothesline, a shape begins to
Schau,
appear,
siehst du?
and it looks
Okay, könnte sein, dass es so eine optische Illusion ist. Weil da hinten
disturbingly
ist
like
so
a
ein
face
Ding.
staring
Schau mal,
straight into the
warte.
lens. Not just a shadow, not just a blur, but something with features almost human, hanging in the darkness as if it's watching.
Ja, siehst du? Könnte auch sein wegen dieser Dinge hier. Und dann, wenn es dunkler ist, dann sieht es aus, als wäre jemand da.
Jack immediately switches on the outdoor light, and the face vanishes. But the moment the light goes out again, it returns. After posting the footage online, Jack claimed he may have captured something paranormal on camera. So, what do you think was waiting outside his house in the dark? A trick of shadows, or something far more sinister that didn't want to be seen in the light? A man named Nate, experiencing strange, unsettling incidents for long. Over time, more and more people began telling him the same thing, that maybe he was giving whatever this is too much attention, that every reaction, every acknowledgement, every fearful response might actually be making the paranormal activity worse. So Nate decided to change his approach. He stopped reacting, stopped speaking to it, stopped giving it any attention at all. He tried to go about his normal routine as if nothing unseen was there with him. But that silence didn't last. Because one morning, this happened.
All right. So you people tell me to ignore things, so... Tell me what the that is. I have things going on in here and in the bathroom right above me, or some upstairs above me at the same time. But you know, it's not as easy as it's just ignoring it when this shit happens to you.
Ich will das auch nicht ignorieren.
Disturbing activity doesn't stop inside his house, because whatever follows him there may also be following him to work.
Kann sein.
All right. Good morning, ghosts. Happy Friday to you guys too.
Was sagt der, Bro? Er sagt Happy Friday zu den Geistern.
I don't really see anything out of place or kind.
Yeah, Bro.
Everything looks. Oh.
Wir haben das verstanden. Ich will jetzt auch ein anderes Video sehen.
I could feel that.
Warum geht das so lang, Digga?
I could feel that.
He finds one of the strangest signs yet.
We have this. This
Oh.
morning. Just
Damn.
one. No other ones. Just one single claw print or weird hand.
Has an answer, and whatever is haunting Nate's life remains very much unexplained. This next video was captured by a Ring camera inside the home of a woman named Jennifer, a stunning historic house built in 1907, filled with antique items dating back to 1903. It's the kind of place where every room feels heavy with age, where history seems to cling to the walls. But not all history stays quiet. Not long after moving in, Jennifer began noticing things she couldn't explain. Soft footsteps when no one else was there. Faint whispers drifting the furry
What?
her empty rooms. Objects appearing slightly out of place, as if something had touched them when no one was looking. Disturbed by the growing activity, Jennifer contacted several mediums, and strangely, each of them told her the same thing. They sensed children inside the house. Then one night, her Ring camera
children.
captured something that made those warnings far harder to ignore.
Okay, da ist so eine Katze. Digga. Hat da jemand gehustet oder so? Ja, ciao Johann. Bist du noch da, Yasin? Oha. Was ist das jetzt?
Than one presence there.
Egal, ich mach noch ein Video. Weil ich will ein Bingo haben. Wenn nicht, dann nach dem Video sowieso. Ich mach Live-Ende. Okay, dieser
Hello
Kanal ist
everyone,
geil.
my name is Sir Spooks and today we'll take a look at 11 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin.
Tunnel? Habe ich da gerade einen Tunnel gesehen?
The first video we'll be looking at was posted to TikTok by a user known as Globalist Slayer USA on February 1st, 2026, and shows a strange moment captured on a home security camera late at night. The footage shows a quiet backyard covered in snow. Right from the start, you can already see a series of footprints scattered across the ground, but then something even stranger happens. Continues, a new set.
Ich glaube, ich habe den mal auf
But
TikTok
once you
gesehen.
notice it, tag. The possibility is that whatever is making the also the street that immediately makes you stop and Imagine coming home after a long day, pulling into your driveway and noticing something across the street that immediately makes you stop and stare. That's exactly what happened to this woman, as shown in a TikTok video posted by user Little Miss Bella 3. The clip begins with her pulling into her driveway and stepping out of her car. As she locks the door,
Ja, das ist
something
das
catches her
Gleiche.
attention across the street, and she just stands. A large number of children grow up with imaginary friends. It's a normal part of childhood and most parents don't think much of it. But sometimes, things don't stay so innocent. This TikTok video was posted on January 27th, 2026 by a man named Nicholas Faria. In it, he approaches his young daughter who appears to be talking to someone who isn't there. At first, it seems like a harmless moment. Then this happens.
Decirle que traiga el coche, decirle.
Stell dir vor, diese Kinderwagen bewegt sich jetzt alleine. Ich sag dir 100%.
Le dice que traiga el coche.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? Okay, das kann auch Wind sein, weil es ist windig.
The girl begins calling out to her imaginary friend, asking it to push the stroller sitting nearby on the sidewalk. And just seconds later, the stroller starts
Das
moving.
kannst du nicht
There's no
wahrnehmen,
one
oder?
visible touching it. It simply begins rolling forward on its own as if something responded to her request. Moments like this are often interpreted as a child interacting with something unseen. The idea that imaginary friends simple explanation, or it could have been nudged just out of frame. Over on TikTok, a woman known as Cat Snap posted a video explaining a strange and unsettling situation happening near her home. She says she lives by a river in an area with no lights at night, making it especially dark and quiet once the sun goes down. But according to her, that silence has been broken more than once.
Oh?
She then asks viewers to listen closely.
So just listen for a moment, okay? And tell me that you would not be freaked out by this.
Okay, Bro. Das sind Geräusche. Da singt jemand, Digga.
From somewhere across the river, a series of loud, eerie singing and chanting sounds can be heard echoing through the darkness. The voices don't sound close, but they're clear enough to feel uncomfortably present.
Yeah.
It's the kind of noise that doesn't immediately make sense, rhythmic, almost coordinated, and completely out of place in such an isolated area. What makes this even stranger is that this wasn't a one-time occurrence. In the description, she explains that this is the third time in 2 years that she's heard these sounds near her property. In a follow-up video, she responds to someone suggesting it might just be people nearby. She acknowledges that others do live along the be coming from people gathered somewhere chanting, echo through a dark, A woman named Sarah Serendipity posted a video to her TikTok account on March 12th.
Wie heißen die alle bitte?
2026,
Die eine heißt
describing
Snap.
a moment that left her deeply unsettled. According to Sarah, she had a strong feeling that she was being watched one night. Unable to shake the feeling, she decided to pull out her phone and start recording, just in case. It didn't take long for that feeling to be validated.
Is that?
Das ist dieses Gesicht irgendwie.
What the is that?
Drauf. Den habe ich, glaube ich, bei jemand anderen auch gesehen. Den Video.
What the f is that?
Schau, Bruder, 2 Hände.
It looks like a hand.
Schau, hier eine Hand, hier und hier so ein
Freaking
Gesicht.
face. Like 2 hands.
What? Du siehst es an deinem Fenster.
Here to be handprints and even a face impression, as if something is so disturbing. It doesn't just look random. It resembles some experience that lingers long after the moment passes. In March of 2013, a YouTuber known as Dan82ify uploaded a video describing a disturbing experience that had just happened moments earlier. According to Dan, he had just woken up and gone downstairs only to find that all of his kitchen cabinets were wide open.
Wow.
He insists they were closed when he went to bed the night before, which immediately left him feeling uneasy. Concerned, he grabs his camera and begins recording.
Get it on camera so if something happens, at least it's
Look at
documented.
this.
Alright. I think I'm just gonna go downstairs and chill out and edit for a little while. Oh shit!
Wow. Wow. Digga, wenn da Gläser kaputt gemacht werden, dann
Oh, fuck me.
so
I
fit,
gotta
Digga.
upload this. I gotta upload this before anything
Ist der
happens.
hingefahren?
Nobody gets to see this. Ow. I think I broke my ankle.
Broke my ankle.
Out of nowhere, a glass suddenly falls and shatters, be causing it. Warning. Into something much harder to ignore. Over on the interdimensional NHI subreddit, a user known as FVMK3 shared a video filmed in Cambridge, UK, back in 2014. In the clip, someone is simply recording the night sky above the city. Nothing unusual at
Night
first,
Sky?
but
Das ist
after a
nicht
few
Night.
seconds, something appears that
Das ist
quickly
noch hell.
changes the tone of the footage.
Aber wie sieht das aus, bitte? What?
What is it?
Die sind verschwunden einfach. Verschwunden. Wow, Bruder.
3 bright orbs can be seen moving together. At the same time, it's hard to say exactly what's being captured, not just before it's suddenly gone.
Nummer 4.
Millions of children around the world love Peppa Pig. It's a harmless, cheerful character, the kind of thing you'd never expect to be involved in anything unsettling. But after this moment, that might change. This video posted to TikTok by Iconic Hannah shows her child's Peppa Pig plush lying on its side on a bed. At first, there's absolutely nothing unusual about it.
Ah, diese
Just a normal
Auge.
toy sitting still,
Ich hab das gesehen.
until you look a little closer.
Aber schau. Schau hier an der Auge. Schau die Auge an. Schau. Siehst du, wie die sich nach oben bewegen, dann unten? Schau jetzt. Schau. Oben, unten, oben.
If you focus on the face, you can see it. The eyes move. It's subtle, but noticeable enough to feel completely wrong.
Damn,
the
bro.
toy itself doesn't shift, just the eyes, as if something inside briefly adjusted. Cut open the plush to check if there was anything like any other toy.
Da war nichts.
To some, this feels like something
Da war einfach nichts rein.
unnatural briefly revealing itself through. What makes it unsettling?
Das ist einfach nur so ein normales Kuscheltier. Hoppa.
A TikTok user known as El Mosillo posted a video in February of 2026 showing what starts off as a normal day at the playground with his young child. At first, it feels like a wholesome moment, just a parent spending time with their kid. But it quickly becomes clear that something isn't quite right. From the beginning, the uploader seems uneasy, as if he's already noticed something off in the area, which is likely why he started recording in the first place. And then, around the 1 minute mark, things start to get strange.
No, mi amor, no pasa nada, ven. No era nada, ven.
Latino! Can you give me a Latina? Digga, Gänsehaut. Ich weiß nicht, ob ihr das seht, aber Gänsehaut. Auf einmal wirklich. Hoppa? Hinter dem Baum? What the hell, bro? Boah, Digga. Ey, mir wird kalt, richtig.
A tree, what looks like a shadowy figure can briefly be seen standing still. It's faint, but noticeable enough to stand out once you spot it. Then, not long after, something even more unsettling appears. A head seems to peek out from the side of the tree, just enough to be seen,
No way.
before quickly pulling back, almost as if it's watching them. The timing and placement make it feel deliberate. In a follow-up video, the uploader goes back to the same location and shows the tree up close. And that's where things get even more confusing. The tree is far too thin for a person to realistically hide behind,
Das ist wirklich
especially in the
so
way the
dünn.
figure.
Ich meine, schau auf dem Video, sieht schon normal fett aus. Aber wenn du dir das von hier anschaust, selbst die Frau ist irgendwie breiter als der Baum. Irgendwie oder so gleich so breit.
Appeared in the original clip. It gives the impression that whatever was peeking out shouldn't have been able to stay concealed there at all. To some, this feels like something observing from a distance,
Aber der Baum sieht auch nicht
appearing
so
just
gleich
long enough
aus.
to be noticed.
Ich meine,
Peeking out
schau dir das an.
shouldn't have been able to stay concealed there at all. To some, this feels like something observing from a distance, appearing just long enough to be noticed before disappearing again. The videos could also be staged, possibly using clever positioning or editing to create the illusion of something hiding behind the tree. But when you see something peek out and then realize there's nowhere for it to hide, it leaves behind a very specific kind of unease. Before we get started with this next video, some of you might recognize it. It was actually featured in one of my older videos many years ago, but since it's been so long, I wanted to take another look at it for those who are new to the channel, or for those who may never have seen it before. The clip was originally posted to YouTube by a channel known as Kilo Lu on December 4th, 2012, and it shows a group of friends exploring a long, dimly lit tunnel late at night.
Tunnel, Bruder, ja! Let's go. Wo ist das Tunnel? Okay. Wir brauchen mal Backrooms und AI brauchen wir. Dann haben wir hier so ein Ding. Dann Jumpscare, Lost Place, Hotel und dann hier so. Vielleicht checkst du.
From the start, the atmosphere feels tense. One of the guys shines a flashlight down the tunnel, trying to see if anything is lurking in the distance. Eventually, they decide to move forward, slowly making their way deeper inside. Step by step, they continue through the darkness, growing more cautious as they
What the fuck? Something just came out of there. Digga, es tut mir so leid für den letzten Dude von da rein. Der ganz vorne war, also der allererste rein, weil dann ist auch der allerletzte raus, checkst du?
Out of nowhere, a strange figure suddenly charges toward them at full speed. The reaction is instant.
Na, nicht Lost Place, das ist Tunnel. Lost Place ist ja verlassenes Haus oder so. Das ist ja Tunnel, hat er selber gesagt.
The group turns and runs, clearly terrified by whatever just came rushing out of the
Wie
darkness.
soll ein Tunnel Lost Place sein? Niemand lebt in einem Tunnel. Außer vielleicht so Obdachlose.
The creature itself is hard to make out clearly. Its shape looks unusual, almost distorted,
Damn.
but the poor lighting makes it
Wie das
difficult
so
to fully understand what we're seeing.
gerannt ist an den Schau.
To some people, this feels like a genuine, unknown entity.
What?
Something hiding deep within the tunnel, only revealing itself when the group got too close. Another explanation is that it could simply be a person, possibly positioned ahead of time, who ran toward them to create a scare. What makes this clip memorable is how quickly everything shifts. 1 second it's quiet exploration, and the next, pure panic. On June 17th, 2021, a woman named Chriselle Luna uploaded a video to her YouTube channel showing herself exploring an old, allegedly haunted prison.
Haunted Prison? Das bedeutet, und er hat gesagt old. Das bedeutet lost place. Lost place.
For the first several minutes, she moves through different hallways and rooms, investigating the building. Nothing particularly unusual happens at first, just the usual tension that comes with being alone in a place like that. But then, in one specific room, everything changes.
Yo quiero preguntar, y me estoy atreviendo a hacerlo estando sola en este lugar.
Hast du es gesehen?
Hacerlo
Schau hier
estando
bei Gitter, bei
sola
Gitter.
en este lugar.
Da ist jemand vorbeigelaufen.
Dios mío, yo vi algo que corrió. En este lugar.
Damn.
En este lugar.
Sie hat's
If you
selber
look closely
gesehen.
at the window, a dark figure suddenly flies past at incredible speed. It happens so quickly that it's easy to miss. Something even more insane.
Voy a mostrárselos. Se los voy a mostrar. Otra cosa preciosa.
The time entity lingers. She is never able to find this entity. And that was 11 scary videos.
Bruder. Wir brauchen Hotel, Bro. Das einzige Ding, was wir gebraucht hätten, dass wir ein Bingo geschafft hätten. Auf jeden Fall danke fürs Zuschauen, Bro. Wir auch morgen nochmal live. Keine Sorge, morgen wieder live. Vielleicht ein bisschen so früher. Ja. Hier, Schluss. Ja. Wir haben jetzt leider kein Ding mehr geschafft. Kein Bingo. Wir bräuchten noch Hotel. Aber vielleicht morgen. Ja. Also, peace out, my friends. Digga, ich hab fast den OG-Gruß gemacht. Ich mein, peace out, my friends. Ja. Heide, ciao.